All right, guys, well, I'm back today because I've struck budget red dot Amazon Gold with these two new CVLIFE red dot options. Both of them are going to be solar options that also run off of a standard battery that have up to a 50,000 hour battery life, multi-reticle design, clear glass, IPX7 waterproof ratings, and quick attach mounts. We're going to be talking about the specs and features of both of these red dots, the pricing structure of them, some exclusive discount codes specifically for my viewers, and then halfway towards the end of the video, we're going to be doing the standard water bottle test where I put one through its paces to see if it can withstand the shock and impact. I'm thinking they're going to do well, but you'll want to make sure you watch the entire video to make sure they're right for you if you decide to grab one. Now, a huge shout out to CVLIFE for sending these out to the channel for us to test and evaluate. And on top of that, they created an exclusive discount code specifically for my viewers. And if you're new here, I always try to get companies to do that. That's why you want to subscribe to the channel. I believe 70% of you guys aren't subscribed. Then click that notification bell so you don't miss the deal. If you're watching this video and everything is gone or sold out or the code's expired, check that subscription, click the button, click the notification bell so you don't miss it the second time. Now, both of these are going to be from CVLIFE. One is going to be featuring a 20mm window and the other is going to be featuring a 25mm window. The 20mm window generally sells for $140, on sale for $129.99, and after the exclusive discount, you're looking at $77.99. That is a 40% off discount specifically for my viewers. Now, the next one, which is the 25mm window, generally sells for $159, and after the exclusive viewer discount, you were looking at about $96 with free Prime shipping. Now, both of them are going to feature very clear glass, and I'll show you guys that glass right there. And you can see the larger window on the second one right here, allowing you to get a more forgiving sight picture, a little bit better field of view, and a little bit better shooting experience if you wanted a larger window. Now, for me, something like a standard AR or flat top where you're going to be mounted up to that stock pretty easily and pretty fixed, the smaller one's going to do just fine. Or if you want to save a little bit of money, we're also going to talk about some differences in the reticle selection, but the larger one is going to be great for things where you're doing like a PCC, a smaller AR pistol, something like that, where you may not have a proper cheek weld, clearing corners, and you need a little bit more forgiving window, allowing you to just not be perfectly lined up on the back, but still take your shots. And I do think if you're going to be running one of those PCCs or something where you're going to be in close quarters, clearing corners, maybe in a tree stand, climbing up that deer ladder, the larger window is going to be, again, more forgiving. Both of them are going to be multi-reticle design. On the smaller one, you're going to get two reticle sources, the circle dot and then the dot. So those are your two, and it'll cycle back and forth, and this thing gets insanely bright. Guys, look at the glare on the camera. There is no lighting solution that this will not work on. Even if you're in the bright sun shooting at a white target with the sun reflecting off snow, it cannot get bright enough outside to outpace this red dot. Then you have this guy right here, the 25mm dot. Long press the negative, and you'll actually get crosshairs, which is pretty cool. You'll get a dot, a circle dot with crosshairs, and then a circle dot without crosshairs. So a lot of options on this, 4 in total, which makes it really nice if you wanted a few different reticle selection. This one also gets very bright. Definitely, again, bright enough for all lighting scenarios you can think of. Again, there's not a single lighting scenario that this won't work on. This one just gets a touch brighter, but it's not enough to make a big difference. Both of them are going to feature the QD mount on the bottom, and all of these mounts have been holding up great. I've been running these on a standard 5.56 as well as the new 338 ARC. That packs a pretty good recoil with no issues whatsoever. They just lock up rock solid, easy to attach, and both of them feature very nice glass, clear glass, and the emitter stays buried out of the way. They also both have the solar panel option with an up to 50,000 hour battery life with shake-awake technology. So it goes into a sleep mode after it sits here for a minute. When it senses motion, they both automatically turn on. And if the battery dies and you're outside, you can actually run this optic off of the solar panel, which is a nice touch. Again, adding specs and features on top of specs and features, all still for under 100, under 80 for the smaller version. Love that, especially with that IPX7 waterproof rating. Those are all the specs and features. They've been holding up great. They are blowing me out of the water. The last final thing to do is the water bottle test. Let's take a look. Now for the water bottle beatdown test on the CVLIFE, and this is where we apply G-forces to the optic with a full bottle of water. We're going to beat it up. A lot of optics will fail this test, so it'll be interesting to see. We're going to take 3 sighter shots to confirm 0 on camera. Then we'll beat it up and see if it shifts 0. I say anything smaller than the size of my hand in a shift is passing. Anything smaller than the size of my fist group after the beatdown is one of the best we've done. So let's take some shots and get it all sighted in. So here are our 3 shots. We will beat it up and see if it shifts 0. The rifle will be unloaded while we are smacking it around, so don't worry about that. And a huge shout out to AAC Ammo for providing the ammo to help make this video. Without AAC Ammo support, it'd be really difficult to continue to put the rounds through these optics like we need to test them. And the AAC 55 grain and 62 grain, as well as the match stuff, has been working great. Actually 100% function with over 8,000 rounds downrange, but let's beat this up. Now, I have a feeling these caps are going to break off pretty quick, but we're going to test it out. We're going to smack the sides. We're going to see how this QD mount survives. Yep, we lost 1 lens cap already. And just beat this guy up. This guy up some more, hit it on the top. Oh, we sprung a leak. We sprung a leak. We've got water on the lens. Next 3 rounds, I've got another water bottle, don't worry. All right, last beat down, not gonna cut it any slack. Hit it in the front where the lenses are, hit it in the back, hit it on the buttons, hit it where the mount is. See if it shifts 0. Hit it on that top right there. Here we go. Last 3 rounds. Oh, yeah, guys, that did really, really well, especially with that QD mount. Honestly, most of the QD mounts I've tested on budget optics fail pretty quick. So way, way, way smaller than the size of my hand and actually about half the size of my fist. So I'm very impressed at the durability of this optic. So I am back from the lands, and honestly, this thing blew me away. I've never seen a QD mount work this well. QD mounts have always been problematic on the channel. A lot of times they will hold 0, but they may shift slightly. They may walk loose a touch, and you may see some wobble or play. This did not do that. The turrets themselves are exposed but protected, so I didn't see a shift on impact. The glass remains clear. The caps actually did not break. They just popped off, so I picked those up and put them back on, and this thing absolutely killed it. I'm calling this one of the absolute best feature-rich red dots you can get right now for under $100. Ultra bright, shake-away technology, waterproof, shock-resistant, quick attach mount, large window design, protected turrets. I mean, the list goes on and on and on and on of things that are great, but that exclusive discount code will not last long. Again, if you're watching this video and they've expired or they've sold out, unfortunately, that happens pretty quick around here on a lot of these good items. So you'll want to make sure you're sub the channel and click that notification bell so you don't miss the next deal or opportunity. And a lot of times, CVLIFE will come back in a month or 2 with a restock and a new code for you guys that I can feature in a deal alert video that we do every single Friday. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.